Welcome back, everyone, to Coach Speak. I am Joe Higgins, and with me once again is Coach Rusty Richards of the Nelsonville-York Buckeye football team. Coach, 35-0 over Union Local. What went so well for your team to lead that final?
You know, just everything went well in the first quarter. Started off with a good kick return by Alec Thompson. Mm-hmm. You know, our kick return, we changed our kick return about 5 weeks ago, but no one got to see it because it never got to our deep guys. So finally, like watching film, like, hey, we're going to find out if this works. Well, they kick it down to about the 4. We get it to the 40. You know, first play calls back and forth for 30 minutes before the game, run it, pass it. And I'm like, finally decided, you know what? I think they're going to load the box. Let's just take a shot. Let's loosen them up right off the get-go. Cam made a great read, gets the ball to Gavin Levy, you know, and sets us up. And next thing you know, we're on the 30-yard line in scoring position and, you know, 2 plays, kick return and a first down. So we go punch it in, and then Caleb Layton does what Caleb Layton does, hits the guy, you know, the backfield, strips the ball, and Dakota comes up with it, and we go score, and 14-0 with 6 minutes to go. And I mean, yeah, what a way to start. Yeah, take one to death with the start. Couldn't have scripted it that way, probably.
So you feel like that, because you started that way, you had all the momentum for the rest of the game? Because it did seem at halftime when you were talking to us on the sideline with Andy that you were a little bit perturbed that you wanted more points on the board, which you eventually did get.
Yeah, you know, we, you know, you always achieve for perfection, you know, you're never going to get that. But, yeah, I felt like we left a couple scores on the board in the first half. And, again, if you'd have told me going into the game, hey, Coach, you're going to be up 21-0, I'll take it.
Right.
But, you know, you get a little greedy as things go along. And, again, we're just trying to get them to play the best they can. They played a heck of a game. Just a couple small things, couple drops, couple penalties. But, yeah, we were tickled to death with that, you know. Lined up a field goal, you know, just he kicked the tee right down the middle. But that's good. That's going to help him. Grant's only a sophomore, and put him in those pressure situations. You know, he's used to being in that basketball and stuff. He just got a little under it, but yeah, what a way to start, and that just gave us the momentum. And they're a team like us. Last year they were pass happy. This year they were more grounded out. So now you put them behind, and like maybe they got to change their game plan a little bit. So yes, that start was it was very big.
What's shutout mean to the defense here in a postseason action? That's got to feel good for them because they want to hold people down anyway. But to actually get a shutout against a postseason team,
yeah, I don't. Like I said, I told him after the game, I'm not sure the last time we shut out a playoff team.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it was 17, possibly. My son tried to tell me maybe it was the year late Loge was a senior in the first round. I can't quite remember. I'd have to look it up, but I know we shut out Shadyside in 2017 for sure. So yeah, I mean, you get to playoffs, everybody's good. This team plays very good competition over eastern side of the state. You know, and they were racking up 30-some points a game, only giving up 13. So, yeah, anytime you get a shutout, I mean, it's awesome against anybody, but it's a little more sweet when it's a playoff game.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, Coach, I want to go back to it. And for folks, go check the replay on this. That first play of the game, that play-action call, you mentioned it, but I really did feel like it set the tone because it felt like everybody in the stadium felt like it was going to be a run. They were loaded up for the run. That play action worked perfectly where Gavin got out there on the edge, and as you said, Cam found him. It felt like that it was 2 running teams, and we'll use the pass if we have to. But with that play call, it was, no, we'll pass when we want to. I felt like that really did set the tone. Did you do it for that reason, or did you feel like that was just the best play call at the moment?
Yeah, I just thought going in, again, everybody's probably thinking we're going to run the ball. It's where we normally start. So, you know, it's game 11. Got a ton of confidence, Cam, you know, to throw it. Like I told him, hey, be smart. Nothing's there. Throw it away. Don't take a bad sack. Because we didn't want a 2nd and 18. Knowing he, again, got 100% confidence in him. And he come out, they guarded Dakota, which is his first option. They had Alec deep, and his third option was Levy coming across the middle. And he was wide open. He hit him, and he was about 6 inches away from being a touchdown because if he gets his foot up just a little higher, Alec Thompson's throwing a block, and he jogs into the end zone. So, yeah, it definitely set the tone. And a lot of our passes the other night was on first down when people probably didn't think we were going to. Which, you know, that's when you do it. We had Gavin Levy later in the game on a 1st down and 10.
Right.
Win again.
Almost
they just got a 4th and 1, whatever. Oh, they're going to run it again. So, yeah, sometimes just to try to go against your norms in these games. Because, again, they're watching our film. We watch their film. They're like, hey, they're 90-some% passing on first down. Well, you got to take your percentages sometimes. So sometimes you flip those percentages on those defense coordinators, and sometimes it works out. The other night it definitely worked out again.
You mentioned Dakota Cunningham scores his first of 3 first-half TDs there. Comes back on the next series. You talk about the fumble, forced fumble by Layton, but then he recovers it. Cunningham does, and then he punches in his second touchdown on the ensuing possession. Talk about his game and what he's meant to this team this season.
Yeah, Dakota played linebacker for us last year. At the last couple games, we moved him to end. This year, we were back and forth on where to play him. Like, what's best for the team? Well, he's ended up accepting that role of going to defensive end. You get less tackles, you probably get a little less notoriety, kind of thing. But he's big to our program because now we got Caleb Layton on one side, you got him on the other side. I mean, which one do you want to run at offensively? Gautier's got his 1,400 yards, and Dakota's always right there in front of him. I mean, very often, very seldom is he not leading him to that next level. So he's had a great year. I mean, a great career for us. He's a 4-year starter, and just it was nice to, it wasn't anything in design other than like on his touchdown runs, other than hey, they just sort of took turns and. It was just his turn when we got down there, and plus they were blitzing a lot, so we just thought, hey, if we could get him through real quick. Sometimes it's harder to get the second guy through on the goal line, so it worked out. I mean, his third run, he made a great jump cut.
Yeah, he did.
Jumped off to the left. I mean, the ball started on the right, and he walks into the end zone. So yeah, it was nice to get the big fella a couple of touchdowns when usually your tailback gets those down on the goal line, and he's had a great career and. Hope he plays another big game this Friday.
Absolutely. Well, you mentioned your tailback and Gautier. He grabs another 100-yard game on the ground, but he also he was great in the receiving game. I loved what I saw out of that too. And he threw a touchdown again, over 200 all-purpose yards. Same thing with him. Tell us about Gautier's game and what he means to this team.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get on the ground game with him. He set the tone the first series. I think we had a 4th and 2 or 3. There's 2 guys out there, and he makes a great cutback, gets it by a yard, which then leads to a touchdown. I think he had 64 catches for 67 yards. Do another touchdown pass. I think he's 4 for 4 this year with 2 touchdown passes. We got and again there was a play earlier in the game. We ran a nice throwback screen. I think we got 2 or 3 maybe. Man, he gets tripped up by an ankle, or he's gone there. So he would have had over 100 yards receiving if. Again, just game of inches.
Yep.
But yeah, he's very valuable, and he's doing his thing on defense too. He very seldom leaves the field.
Absolutely. Holden Hodson, another one. He had a great first half there. Had a reception, but really seemed to dial up to another level on defense in this game. Tell us about Hodson too.
Yeah, Holden. But wow, he there was a couple of times in the road just tackle for loss, and he set him back. We moved him up to linebacker. I think it was week 9. Against Vinton County, trying to get ready for like this Athens spread, and man, we've found him a home. And he did great at strong safety for us. But what that does, that allows us to get Grant on the field, get some more athletes, more like what we call our nickel package for these spread teams. But man, he's tough. He's a wrestler, and he misses very seldom tackles. If he gets close to you, you're coming down.
Yeah.
And he's not the biggest guy, but he'll hit you. And again, he's solid on offense. When he gets the ball, he catches it. But again, very happy with how he's been playing. Probably one of the few nights you can say, hey, man, he probably our player of the game on defense, because it's hard to get past Smiles and Dakota.
Right.
So sometimes Alec had 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
But, all in all, we had a bunch of kids play well, but, he ranks right up there. It'd be tough to pick a player of the game, but he'd have to be in your conversation.
Oh, 100%.
For over 50 years, locally owned C&J Tax and Financial Services in Nelsonville has been serving the community with hometown care.
We are locally owned. Our focus is on service, and we treat you like family.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. Visit tricounty.cc today.
What other plays stood out for you? For me, I can think of Walker Stone on offense and on special teams. Special teams, he blew up on the kick return there late in the game where he went through a blocker and then tackled the guy returning right away. And then on offense, he was down twice, I said on the broadcast, but he never actually went down and got out to the outside and made a nice gain out of it. What other plays stood out for you on that contest?
Like I said, that run of Walker's was fantastic. Like I said, he should have been a 3-yard loss. Then it should have been a 4-yard loss to the other guy. And then what's interesting, one of their kids ended up getting hurt. They hit him. So, he ends up going and getting 15. And, he's just a nice complimentary back to what Austin brings and Dakota brings. Cam, his decision-making.
Yeah.
I think we went 7 for 14. But there was another 4 that could have been caught. They were so, that changes. But man, he just made some great reads. So even when he might have threw it just a little high or low, he's finding the open guy. And sometimes that's his third or fourth check. So just to watch how he grew from last year to this year and keeps getting better every week. And then our offensive line, it starts up there. I think Cam got sacked once right before halftime, and that was just a mix-up of between me and Austin on the timeout. Austin was supposed to be going out on like a little flare, and just trying to do a little safe check down, and he never went out, and he thought I told him to help protect. So no biggie there, but so it really wasn't a sack on the Lions' fault. I'd more blame that on miscommunication between the call, because he's sitting there waiting, and it was sort of a one-man route kind of thing. So, but Alec Thompson, dropped a nice pass, but man, he came back and had 2 wonderful interceptions.
Yeah, he did.
Those stand out. And again, just all in all, just our team play. Gavin Levy doesn't catch the ball a lot for us this year. We don't throw a lot, but man, he's just been dominating, blocking at tight end, and that sort of goes unnoticed. But when he gets a chance, if it's in his area code, he's going to catch it. So, again, special teams, we were 5 for 5 kicking extra points. Our kickoffs was great. Our coverage was great. Like you said with Walker, that's definitely one of the highlights of the year, him running through the defender and then tackling the kid right behind him. So we can keep going on and on with all this. Our punting, Coach Osborne, when working with Cam Sullivan, he said, hey, punt it off to the right. I said, you sure? I don't want this thing punted out of bounds for a 15-yarder. And he punts it, angles it down. It rolls down inside the 15-yard line. So, we were just spot on in about every facet of the game. And if we keep doing that, we're going to be hard to be put out,
Well, with that win, you complete the trifecta of your revenge tour. Last year, Buckeyes fell to Logan, Waterford, and then Union Local in the playoffs. This year, Waterford was a close call, but you were able to contain pretty much for Logan and for Union Local. What does that mean for you and the team to avenge those games from last year?
I think just like icing on the cake, it's going 11-0, and then also getting to beat all 3 of the teams that put you out last year. Great memories for the seniors. We got to right our wrongs. Everybody dreams of going 10-0 every year, but that was the 7th time in school history. So, and we've got good football here, so it's not like this. So for us to only do it 7 times, there's probably a lot of schools just never done it.
Sure.
Or never even made the playoffs still yet, or had a playoff win. Got great history here. Back to Coach Boston, Coach Meade, Coach Boston Jr., and so it's just sweet. I think I just had a little extra icing, and just like this week from here on out, hey, we're in week 13. Everything from here on out is icing on the cake. I feel like we're playing with house money. Mm-hmm. It's a very tough region, but hey, if we play like we played the last 2 games, we belong right in there in the conversation.
Well, every team at this point is a good team, and that includes you guys. So turning our attention to Columbus Academy for week 13, what do you see on tape about them?
They got some good receivers. They get number 7, name I forgot right now, but he's going to Northwestern. Very good football player on both sides of the ball. They got number 6 is very good. They got lineman, quarterback. But they're probably more of a passing team than a running team. So 2 different styles here. So we got to be more. We have to be more physical. If we can't win up front, it's not going to be good for us. So we got to go in with the same kind of game plan we would against an Athens, teams like that. Hey, line up, run the football, take our chances when we need to, and keep the ball away from them, kind of thing. And we have to tackle well in space because again, they're a spread team. They're going to throw some sideways passes. We can't let them get behind us. But they got a good ball club. They play a tough schedule. So we just got to go up there and play a clean game and give them all we got and see what happens in the fourth quarter. Have a chance to win in the fourth quarter, and we'll take it.
Well, you mentioned it, and that was my next note here, is that your physicality has stood out this season, especially against teams like Athens and last week against the Jets. Is this team just getting stronger as it goes along, and do you feel like you can be just as physical against Columbus Academy?
Yeah, I think we can. They got a pretty solid defensive line, though. But yeah, that's our MO. That's what we do. I think, and it's like kids getting in the weight room. When they first get in there, about a month later, if they see changes, hey, they buy in, and then you got them hooked. And the more they look in the mirror, the little bit better they feel about themselves. I think that's what you're seeing with us. Little by little, we just keep getting more confidence and more confidence, coaches, players, and maybe we're good. Yeah, maybe we can go 10-0. But as you get those tough games against Waterford, and you came out, you survived, hey, we're pretty good if we keep doing this. But, the biggest thing about this team is the confidence factor right now, and no one cares who gets the credit. These kids don't. I mean, these kids are very unselfish. I've not had one kid come up to me complaining about getting not enough catches, not enough carries, whatever. They don't care. They're happy for their buddies, and so we keep that mentality. I don't think it's going to change it in week 13. It's just great team. I mean, it's been a pleasure to coach them. It's been fun, and they're happy when their buddies make plays.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a full team, and like I said, hopefully we can win that turnover margin again like we did last week +4. I'll take it if I can.
That'll take it. So, and this may factor into your answer. Each week, this team's goal has been to go 1-0. Each week we've done this. I've asked in some way, shape, or form, what's it going to take to do that again? So, for Nelsonville-York to go 1-0 for a 12th time, what's it going to take this week?
Just keep doing what we do. Just do that. All those little things: tackles, blocks, no stupid penalties. All those little things add up, and we just got to play like we have the last 2 weeks, and we'll have a shot. We'll be right in there when it counts if we do that.
Well, best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Coach Speak. We hope we get to talk about it after 1-0 again next week. Either way, we'll meet again next week, and then we'll be playing. Make sure you get down to Columbus Academy or up to Columbus Academy, I guess, from our direction on Friday night. Pack the stands there. If you're not able to make that, of course, you can check us out on YouTube. We'll have the game as well. But thank you again, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you. Go Bucks.
My name's Loge, and I'm owner of Pidcock Glass in Nelsonville, Ohio. If your home is in need of 1, 2, or even up to 12 vinyl replacement windows, Pidcock Glass can help. Please call Pidcock Glass at 740-753-4527.
Has your provider network changed? Are you new to Medicare? Have questions? We have answers. Remember, our meeting together is free of charge. The insurance company pays me, not you.
Give David Loge a call today, 753-3376.